Okay. So hello, buddies, and welcome back. We're here again, and it's Friday. So today is our last day of the Bee Writing booklet, right, Miss Chalet? Oh, whoa.
We're going to silent you.
Oh, he's showing us his drawing.
Oh, wow, buddy.
Oh, that's really great.
They look great. Good morning, Prince.
Good morning, friends. I like how we saw two different types of drawings. We saw Briella's pencil drawings that were really detailed, and then Bee's color drawings that were also really good. So good job.
Awesome job.
All right, Prince, we're just getting started, okay? Okay, so we are spending today finishing up our informational writing books.
Woohoo!
So we were wondering if any of you are interested in sharing your informational writing that you did with the rest of your friends. Does anybody feel like that's something they want to do? Briella, that's something you want to do? Okay, then I will go on and open it for you, and then you can share it with us. Just give me 1 second. Let's see here.
Morning, London.
Briella.
Morning.
Hi, London. Okay, Briella, I have yours open. I'm going to share my screen, and then you can read it to us, okay? Sound good? All right, everybody else, remember to be a respectful audience. So I'm going to have your microphones muted, and you're just going to listen to Briella and be ready to celebrate her when she's done sharing, okay?
This takes a lot of courage, so thank you, Briella.
So much courage, and we're so proud of all of you. All right, Briella, here is your Bee Writing booklet. Let me go to your introduction. Okay, whenever you're ready, you can read it to us.
It's important to
Produce.
produce seeds. Pollen reproduces.
No.
Come here without me. You're not doing anything.
You're not doing anything.
Help me.
You gotta talk louder so they can hear you. Requires.
Pollen are
She's doing the things so you can see what word you're at.
You got it, girlfriend. Insects.
insects, bats, beetles,
Mm-hmm.
and birds that are hungry for the flower nectar.
Good job.
Perfect.
Want to keep going? Great. No? Yes? Okay, go ahead. You got this, girl.
Pollen is important to make seeds.
Just take it back at the top.
The flowers by the
It's hard with the noise, huh? Trent,
I'm sorry about that. I was trying to figure out who's making that noise.
you're okay.
Great job. Okay, so Briella said pollen is important to produce seeds and it requires pollinators. She named some examples, and that's just her introduction. You want to keep going?
Hear you? Okay.
Good. Okay, go ahead, nice and loud. Friends, keep your microphones muted so she can hear herself read and we can hear her.
hungry bees are attracted to flowers from their nectar, the flower's color, and insects also are attracted to the bee.
Good.
The bee's fuzzy furry body collects the flower's sticky pollen as they drink the sweet nectar. The bee is still hungry, so their body to the next flower as they drink more nectar. The pollen is transporting to the next flower.
Doing great. One more page.
Pollen is important because it helps the flowers produce seeds and produce the seeds, make more flowers and delicious food for our tummy. Without these, we would other have these yummy food.
Wow, Briella.
Briella, that was absolutely amazing. Good job. Your friends are all clapping and celebrating you. That was fantastic.
Friends, if you have a compliment for Briella, will you raise your hand? I'd like to share one compliment with Briella before we move on. Go ahead, London.
That was so good.
What was good about it? A lot was good about it. I agree. Yeah, Briella, we're really proud of you for not only making that amazing writing, but also being brave enough to share it in front of everybody. So great job. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next thing. Renee, what's up?
I got a question.
Okay, what's your
What
question?
work we got to do?
We're going to tell you right now, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to share my screen and open up our PowerPoint, which is right here. Okay. So we're going to work on editing our writing today for things like spelling, punctuation, and capitalization, things that we've talked about many times so far in the regular school year and since we've been at home. And we're going to act like researchers as we share our learning. Briella showed us exactly how to act like a researcher and share our learning. So the first target that you need to focus on today is I can revise and edit my Bee writing booklet using my checklist. Who remembers from our previous writing lessons what the word revise means? Briella, do you remember? What does revise mean?
Revise means to, it means to check our work.
Yep.
It does. It means to check your work to make sure that you have all the parts of informational writing in this case, and to make sure that it makes sense what you wrote. And what does editing mean? Editing is close, but a little bit different. London, what does editing mean? You gotta unmute yourself. Yeah, to fix. Editing is when you go back and you look at like specific things like your capital letters and your periods and things like that. So we're gonna work on both today. Brandon, you're right. It means to go back and look at things again. Both of those mean that. So on the right of the screen, friends, you're gonna see a checklist.
Friends, real quick, make sure that you are on silent, okay? Make sure you're muted so that you can pay attention to what we're saying. Thank you.
I was just looking at the same thing. All right, Miss Isha, do you want to read some of the things on the checklist for us?
Sure. So one of the things on the checklist says, my introduction introduces the reader to the topic. So read your introduction. Make sure it tells the reader that they're going to be reading about pollination and bees. And then it says, my focus statement gives focus to the booklet. Make sure it says bees are important pollinators.
Oops, sorry, Miss Isha.
That's okay. And then include details about my pollinator in my booklet. Those are your 3 detail sentences. And then that your booklet has a conclusion about your pollinator in the booklet. So make sure, friends, that each of your different pages answers the question that we gave you.
So that part should go kind of quick because we did those things one day at a time. And I'm pretty sure from reading, you're writing that all of you have all of those parts. If you don't though, go back and fix them and make sure that they're all there, okay? So the top 4 that are bold there, those are the revising checklist parts. So that checking that you have those parts and that they make sense, okay? If you're confused about any of them, go back to the previous videos or look at the directions on each of the slides, okay? Thumbs up if you're following along and you are understanding what we're saying to do. Prince is good. Yamad is good. Tamara is good. Briella is good. Okay. All right. The bottom 3 or bottom 4 down here are the editing parts of the checklist. So things like rereading your sentences, checking that they start with a capital letter and end with correct punctuation, and that you spelled words correctly. And that you made sure to include all the sounds you heard in each word. So make sure that you can reread what you wrote, because if you can't reread it, we can't read it either. So you have to make sure that all of your words can be tapped out so that we can read what you're trying to say, even if they're not perfect. Okay? So
Great.
I want you to look at these 2 sentences. I wrote 2 sentences and they say the same thing. They both say, when the new flower is pollinated, a new seed can grow. I want you to, in your brain, decide which of those sentences is edited and it's good to go, and which one is not good to go. It has not been edited yet. When you know, show me a thumbs up, and I'm going to call on someone to tell me which one is edited and how they know. Is it the top one that's edited or the bottom one that we edited?
Brene, you're going to look at the 2 sentences. Which one is edited and good to go?
I see that London's ready, Imad's ready. I'm looking till everybody is ready to tell me. You'll have your thumb up or your hand up or something like that. Anaya, look at the 2 sentences, friend. Which one is all good and ready to go? When you know the answer, put your thumb up. All right, Anaya, why don't you tell us? Which one of those is the sentence that's edited?
The oil. It's the oil one.
The top or the bottom?
It's the bottom. And that one does.
You say that again? I didn't hear you, I'm sorry.
Because the bottom one has a period and the other one doesn't.
You're right, that's one way to tell. So the bottom one has punctuation at the end, it has a period. Does the top one have any punctuation, friends?
Nope.
No. How else do you know that this bottom sentence is correct?
Because it has a period, but the other one doesn't.
Mm-hmm, you're right. What about at the beginning of the sentence, Anaya?
They're different, but all the words are same, but they're only the first 2 are different.
Good, good. Briella, do you want to tell us another reason or another way you know that the bottom sentence is edited? No?
Yeah. It's different because this in the W it's a big W and not the little. The little it's supposed to be little.
You're right. It's capitalized, and it should be capitalized. It should be a big W because it's the first word in the sentence.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to play a quick video for you about editing that I think will help you understand exactly what you need to do. And then we're going to tell you your last job and get you started on your work, okay? So video, tell you your job, you get to work. Okie dokie. It's in here. Okay. Here we go.
Is editing.
Editing is fixing the mistakes in our writing. We can fix grammar, spelling, capitalization, and punctuation. Here's an informational writing I've been working on. It says, "Do you like dogs? I will teach you how to take care of a dog. You can get a dog from a shelter. Next, take the dog to the vet. Then, don't forget to buy food. Last, get the dog some toys." Let's edit it. First, we're going to edit grammar. I have to think to myself, do my sentences sound right? And did I use nouns and verbs correctly? Let's see. Here's my first sentence again. It says, "Do you like dogs?" Do you notice something that doesn't sound right to you?
What doesn't sound right in that sentence? Do you likes dogs? Prince, what doesn't sound right?
Yeah, likes instead of like.
You're right.
Good boy.
It should say, "Do you like dogs?" Exactly. So we're gonna watch them fix that. Good job, Prince.
Oh yeah, the word likes. It should be like. Do you like dogs? That's better. Now we're going to edit spelling. I have to think, did I spell sight words correctly? Did I use word chunks that I know? And did I stretch out every word? Let's try it. You can get a dog from a shelter. What sight word did I spell wrong?
What sight word did they spell wrong? Tamira,
Shelter.
what'd you say?
Shelter.
Shelter is spelled wrong. You're correct. What other word is spelled wrong, friends? London?
Can.
Can. Good. And Imad said that in the chat too. Good job.
Can. Can starts with a C. What about the word shelter? I need to try to stretch it out a little bit more. Shelter. Much better. Now we're going to edit capitalization. We're going to think, did I capitalize the first letter of the first word of every sentence? Did I capitalize the names of people and places? Did I capitalize the word I? And did I make all the other letters lowercase? All right, let's try. Next, take the dog to the vet. What should be capitalized? Oh yeah, the N in next, because it's the first word in my sentence. What should be lowercase? Oh, the D in dog. Perfect.
That's something I want you guys to pay attention to when you write. You don't need to put capital letters in the middle of sentences unless you're talking about a name or a place.
Now we're going to edit punctuation. We're going to think, did I put a punctuation mark at the end of every single sentence? And do my punctuation marks match the type of sentences that I wrote? Let's try it. It says, then don't forget to buy food. Last, get the dog some toys. Where am I missing a punctuation mark? Yes, at the end of my first sentence. And is that question mark right? No, that's not a question. That's a statement. I need a period. So here is my edited piece. It looks and sounds so much better. Thanks for your help editing my writing. Hopefully, you have learned how to edit your own writing.
All right, friends, so did you see some of the things that she fixed? She fixed her spelling, her punctuation, her capitalization, and her grammar to make sure that her writing made sense. So
Hey,
good job.
friends, we understand that sometimes editing your work is super, super difficult, but if you look around your house, I bet you have maybe your mom or your grandma or your brother or your sister, and they could really help you edit your work. They could be a good ear to listen to your story and then maybe offer some suggestions.
Yeah, and those simple words like can and the, and I know that if you stop to think about how to spell those words, most of you will be able to spell those words. And words that you don't know how to spell off the top of your head, you should be tapping all the sounds out and making sure you write every single sound, okay? So if it's helpful for you, friends, what I can do is I can take a picture of this checklist and attach it to your Be Writing booklet assignment on Google Classroom. Would that help you, Briella? You're nodding yes. I'll do that for you. Let me write myself a note. Okay. And the last thing that you need to do, Ms. Tisha, you want to explain reflecting on this?
Right here.
Yeah.
You need to reflect on the skills that you used as a researcher as you studied your pollinators. So there's some questions that you're going to answer, and you're really going to reflect on what you learned and the process of writing an informational piece. So we learned that there's some things that researchers do, like they search for answers, they share and discuss, they gather information from a text, they observe with their eyes and maybe their ears, and then they use models to explain an idea, and they take notes to collect information. So now you're going to take all of that stuff that we learned and what we did, and you're going to reflect on it. And reflect is to think deeply and thoughtfully about something you have done or learned.
I'm going to share, again, a lot of screen sharing today. I'm going to share your Be Writing booklet with you. Briella, I'm just going to show yours as an example since it's already up. After the conclusion page, you will see a page like this that asks you 3 questions, like Ms. Ishala just said. They say, how did I become a researcher and share my learning? So what steps did you take to become a scientific researcher? What is one skill that I did well that helped me share my learning with others through your writing? And what is one skill you want to keep working on and keep getting better at? So today, your jobs, my friends, are to, I'm going to show you while I say it, to revise your writing. So did you include all 4 parts of the informational writing, and do they answer the questions that are written on the slides? Then you need to edit your writing, check if you used correct spelling, capitalization, and punctuation. And then you need to reflect on your writing by answering those 3 questions on the last slide of your Be Writing booklet. Okay, those are your 3 jobs. You have the rest of today to do those jobs, and you also can work on it on Monday if you want, when we're not having online school, okay? Probably would be better to do it sooner so that you don't forget what we were talking about. But please do come back to this video and watch what we told you about editing and revising again if you need any help, or give us a call, okay?
And then next week, friends, we'll set up a time that you can read your story to us, okay?
Yeah. Does anybody have a question or something that they need to tell us before we let you go get started on your work? Okay, if you are ready to go get started, go ahead and leave the meeting and get started, friends. We're so, so proud of you. We love you lots. Bye.